you wish you knew? English is a beautiful language. Embrace it. Marriage is the long game.
You said it like it's jail time. Breathing. Where I've heard girls say, oh no, I'm a virgin. And I'm like, oh really? And they say, oh yeah, it just does it from the back. And I'm like,
when I lived in Canada.
I said, excuse me. I said like, hi everyone.
Okay.
Welcome to another episode of Naija Girls Dish with Bob and
Diana.
we are
Oh my gosh, guys, we are back with another what did you wish you knew about marriage and fears of being single?
What did you
wish you knew? English is a beautiful language. Embrace it. My first language is gibberish and Yoruba. So
okay,
please.
what
English is hard.
What you wish you knew before you got married and fears about being single? Part 2. So we've done one episode, this is the second one. Okay? About it, because there's just so much to uncover.
So much.
Okay, so Diana, body count.
Is that how they used to land?
I just said.
You didn't even give me small pepper soup.
Wait. I gave the heading. Then I'm going to come in with the question. Okay? I didn't mean to scare you. Don't be afraid. So when it comes to body count, is there a fear of like racking up a body count? This is if people are sexually active. If you're not sexually active, then
another thing too.
This
Yeah,
is not a conversation for you. But you can just listen in and.
Well, listen. Even people that are not sexually active, are you sexually active in certain areas? Because it's all sexual.
So people who say
a hole is a hole.
Say, oh, I've taken it up the bum. That doesn't count. I'm sorry. I hate to tell you this, but you have the sex.
It is overcounting.
So if you take
the biggest count,
they're taking it from the back. It's a bit different. No. I've only heard that thing in Nigeria where I've heard girls say, oh no, I'm a virgin. And I'm like, oh really? And they say, oh yeah, he just does it from the back.
Listen,
and I'm like,
when I lived in Canada.
I said, excuse me. I started talking about I'm saying. No, make it make sense.
Saudi girls. What? When I lived in Canada, I had Saudi roommates. All them girls was like, oh no, because it's back door. Technically, it's not. I'm not deflowering anything.
I mean, I guess.
Then they used to get it sewn back up on the front. I don't know how we got here.
I don't. Which way? Okay.
Body
so
counts.
Anyway, sorry, we just got sidetracked.
Sorry.
I'm a bit too excited. So, okay, my thing is, for people that are sexually active, do you think that there is a fear that they're just going to continue to rack up body counts? But this is if you are going to share it with your partner, because if you're adults, or is it a case of like, I don't want to do something with any more people? Is that like a thing, or do people just not that bothered? What do you think?
Well, okay, so the people I know are bothered.
Oh, okay.
So I also know people that aren't bothered, and I think they come from a different background. We won't name them, but they're a bit more free.
You saying they're not Nigerian?
They're non-Nigerians. Okay. They're a bit more free with the cooter. Why am I lying? Some Nigerians are free with the cooter too.
Yes.
And it's your cooter, so be as free as you want to be. It's your property. Cooter is a coochie, a vagina, the labia majora minora, your downstairs parts. Anyways, I'll give you guys a science exam there. Anyways, focus, Diana, focus, body count. I think the longer you're single, the more people you date, and maybe the more people you choose to express love with in a sexual manner. And if it doesn't work out, there is a feeling of, I wish I didn't share that with that person. I wish I hadn't gone there. So a lot of people that's why a lot of girls have their standby dude. They have their reserve guy where they're like, do you know what, or the boyfriend that you keep going back to. And sometimes it's just a service engine. So you just will not knock. You know when your car has been inside your garage and you have traveled to the UK and it's been like 3 months and they used to just turn the car on and say sometimes they be like, you need a man to go and service your engine. So I that's I feel like
analogy. I can't. Okay.
Yes, no, because you know how your engine will knock.
Yes, I understand.
If you do not turn on the car often,
so you don't want it to knock. So.
Exactly, you don't want your engine to knock unless it's a good kind of knock.
Okay.
Anyways, so yes, I think there's a lot of people that have just their reserved dude because they're like, do you know what? I don't want to keep.
You want the numbers to increase. So it's
and the way that girls have processed this thing, I don't know if it's right. If it's the same person, the number has not increased.
But that's true now.
But
How does number increase?
you're still doing Oshi.
But the number doesn't increase because if your partner, the partner you marry, asks you, you people decide to swap stories about body count, the number doesn't increase.
You're right, but it's for some reason it's a bit silly still. You've made peace with it, but I've no judgment here. But I see why people go back and stick and deal with the same dude, even if he's trash.com. You're just like, do you know what? My body count's not increasing. I'm more hour. We know what works, what doesn't work. I don't have to pretend. I may not even have to fully be at my best body size wise. He takes me as I am, kind of thing. So I think there is this thing of, please, let me just go and marry and let this know that this is my last bus stop. Because how many people do you want to be climbing and you are climbing them and climb barang? Do you understand?
Gosh.
No, it's true. So yeah, I think the people that I know are cautious about body counts, and I think
Enough. I think it makes sense. I mean, if you have a staple or you go back to, I mean, I think is understandable for you if it's a personal thing, because also people don't necessarily share their past with their partners. Not everyone does that. Some people can cope with the information they're getting, and others cannot. So I would say use wisdom. Use wisdom,
there are
whether you're
still
going
some
to share or
guys
not.
that don't believe girls take a shit.
I mean, come on.
What do you mean? Come on.
Are they dating robots?
I know
don't
men.
understand.
This is, first and foremost, my roommate. She's gonna say this, be like, Diana. She used to go sleep over her boyfriend's house and run home in the morning to go toilet because she said I can't poo in his house.
Well, I'm very happy she never had diarrhea, because bruh, how would that have worked?
Sis, I think she would have went to a local coffee shop.
What?
Sat in there and shut her life out.
Ew.
Anywho, okay, over here. Marriage is the long game. It's the longest game you ever play.
You said it like it's jail time, prison sentence.
No, but it's the longest game you ever participate, It's literally the longest game of badminton you ever play.
Yeah.
Do you ever get to a place where you're just like, bruh, this person is annoying. This person's eyeball flickers and I want to smack him.
No, I think that there's a time where you got to the point where you've heard every single goddamn thing the person's gonna goddamn say. I just like, I've heard this story now. I don't remember. I'm just like, is it that you don't remember telling me this? Didn't we just talk about this last night? How far? So, but you listen, I go, unless it's been a few times like I've heard before. But it has happened to me where I'm telling him something and he's like, yeah, I know, you told me. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, sorry, sir. Sorry.
Because it just feels like, what else is there to learn?
There's always things to learn. But I do think that there can be times where, you're sharing about something and you've heard the thing before and it's kind of like... Do
you feign ignorance or do you...
You know what?
Like sometimes you just say, oh yeah, knowing that you know the story.
I think it depends on the mood, because like I've been told, I've heard that. Like very short, I've heard that before.
So you just end the story.
I guess the person was not in the mood to hear the story again. And there are other times where it's just where in my head I'm thinking, as I'm talking, you're talking, I'm thinking, have I said this before? And the person is just nodding. I'm thinking, I've probably said it before, and he's just nodding. So it's just like, but yeah, look, it is what it is. But there are times where you just be looking, thinking, man, every day, you'll see you every day.
I don't know who you see instead.
Day out, every day. You stand in the bed, you just see them there breathing. Breathing. You're like, every damn day.
Oh my gosh. I think that's why I couldn't
in
do the
everything,
thing.
we give thanks.
Hallelujah. Oh, wow.
The story, Dada, I said you couldn't do the story. Hey, wait,
I can't do snoring.
Look, mate, we can't even sleep in the same temperature, like in the room.
Yeah.
So there are things that will frustrate, and then you just kind of have to find your way through the bathroom thing. I'm gonna get to a point where, like, we must have separate bathrooms because
a lot of people like to do that.
I cannot, because I mean, men are just
special.
Like just
special.
Special. I just like things are just everywhere, and I'm especially in the bathroom. I'm quite anal. I like things to be a certain way. if you squeeze the toothpaste from the middle, I could kill you. But that's
You're
not
one of
easy.
those people?
Oh my gosh. And then you squeeze it. Like, why is it when you're brushing your teeth? Then why did you squeeze the toothpaste? Then half the toothpaste is in the sink. But just rinse it away.
Yeah, there's toothpaste in the sink thing. That one, it's like
rinse
really,
it away.
as you're rinsing the rest of the debris.
Just rinse it away. You know what I mean? So, but then you
Then aim for the brush
a
as well.
new tube, a nice new pristine tube from the middle. Are you child? Why? Why can't we just start at the end? Same thing. Like just those little things, and just for me, separate sinks, separate showers. Yes.
Well, do you know what? That brings up another
Yes.
question. So, do you agree with? This is so off, but it's not off. It's the same thing. Do you agree with separate bedrooms? Because I've noticed in Nigeria, it wasn't a UK thing. It was only in Nigeria that I knew
Growing up, right?
Like, when I used to go to
Mom
people's
and
houses,
dads have separate
I'd be like,
rooms.
I didn't understand it. And I was just like, well, I grew up in a single parent home, so it was just one room. But I go to some houses, I was like, wait, what?
Why do they have separate rooms?
Why do they have separate rooms? But then, as I got older and my irritation for human beings increased, I said, you know what? This makes sense.
So you see, the thing is, back in the day, like in our parents' generation, I don't know if the separate bedrooms, I think, was that just like a thing? It's like, oh, mommy's room and daddy's room. But then they are sleeping in those rooms. So I don't know the actual
like, do you pick a room to
reason.
do coitus and then go to your separate rooms?
I don't think that, I don't know how I feel about separate rooms, because I feel like when you argue and stuff, like the separate rooms can now become like a permanent situation. It's one thing to have separate rooms because you're storing it's like your wardrobe, or something. But if there's a bed in there, and like I understand, like if your partner like when you're sleeping in the bed, it's uncomfortable, like they have certain sleeping patterns, like they snore, you can't sleep, you're a light sleeper. I get it. I've been through all of that. Like I'm a really, really light sleeper, so I get, I could turn around and he's like out for the count and I am like wide awake thinking how dare you mess up my sleep. What I mean? So I can understand, but then if you have a separate bedroom, you will go to that bedroom and sleep, and then that will now become a normal thing.
Yeah.
And I think that can possibly cause a divide.
No, I agree.
Do you see what I mean?
So
I don't know,
idea
but my thing is, honestly, there is no, it's like what I said in the other episode, there is no wrong or right answer. Whatever works for you. Because for some people, they can have the separate bedroom thing and they're fine. It makes their marriage even better. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't get on their nerves, on each other's nerves as much as
it's
they
just
would,
a baby
whatever.
escape, a bit of respite.
So I just think for me that wouldn't work. I have the wardrobe. Yeah.
This was like, I got a wardrobe.
Yeah,
because I saw that a lot and I was like, I don't like the idea that you can run away from me when you want to, but maybe I want to run away from you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, I've always been a bit like, about that. Okay. I have a question for you. How do you navigate in-laws? Because I have this thing where, I'm not going to say this because it's so controversial and I will be dragged, so I'm going to keep it in my head, but I'll say a part of it. No, what I was going to say is actually quite disrespectful. I shouldn't say it. I will temper whether or not I want to be with someone, or I will gauge how far this can go based on what I was going to say. If I whisper in your ear, you will scream. No, let me tell you this. I hope no one heard that. I know that's so disgusting. But can I tell you why? I just didn't want to. I just
because
can't.
it makes your life easier.
This is what I'm saying. But I think, because for me, I need you to have. I have liberal, even if they're not really liberal. I've got a handle on my people.
So you know
my
what
parents,
it is.
I run
Should
them.
I tell you what it is? I believe that your spouse dictates how your in-laws relate with you.
Facts.
And if that is not done in the correct way, you're going to have problems.
As they should, though, because it's not my place.
So
they're your parents.
So there is that aspect. Then the other aspect is also understanding and giving the grace that you are dealing with a family you did not grow up in, so they have a different way of thinking and of doing things. So also lending them that grace as you're hoping that they will lend you the same grace that grace must be involved, or else it will be a damn mess. So for me, I'm like, okay, I'm going into it understanding I didn't grow up the way they did. you know, and also remember, I'm dealing with a polygamous family. So
Yeah.
I didn't grow up the way they did and all that kind of stuff. So very different family dynamics. So going into it and kind of understanding that, okay, things might be done a different way and being okay with that and being open-minded, right? If I'm going there thinking it's going to be done the way I grew up, then
It's pointless
it's
anyways.
like, you know.
And no one's looking for you to bow down to me and
Yeah.
listen to everything I say.
Yeah.
I just
But-
need to know that you're malleable and your child,
Yes.
who I chose to marry,
Yeah.
knows that this is now his family.
Yes.
As okay, the one we're creating together. I'm not saying you should throw away yours.
Of course
Just
not.
understand that
But remember
they
now
don't
it's
run
like,
this.
yeah. And so for me, that's why I say your spouse really dictates how things move forward. Just like I would dictate how my family are going to like interact with us as our own nuclear family unit. And you're right, it is okay, your husband, you, your children, and your husband. That is now
That's your
the
core.
core family. Then there's everybody else. And I think a lot of people do have this whole their family is still the core family, and then there's, you know, it's like, oh, maybe your children, then your wife, like, it can
It's
be
a
a bit
lot.
of a mess. But in all things, I keep the same advice for every single thing is you
Right,
people should have an understanding, your own understanding. If you decide you want to cut off all both your family, your own family is family, then that's your business. If you think it's going to help your marriage and you people are going to thrive, then F everybody. Honestly speaking, you know,
F
if you're just like,
everybody.
it's going to be hi, whatever, okay, you people will come to the house once in a year or something. I'm not saying that is how we
I
should
do
be.
think some in-laws
But I
don't
feel
have to
like
mind their
if
business.
that's how it's gonna be, then do you. So my point is, do you. Do not be like, oh, it has to be there is no format.
Yeah.
Do what is gonna work. Because let me tell you something. When the marriage crumbles, that's it. It's the two of you. If it crumbles, everybody will just say sorry.
Say crumble like that.
No, but everyone will just say, yeah, sorry. Oh, if we knew. It's the two of you.
Yeah.
Die there. Okay, oh, I said my own.
The cocoa of it is marriage is hard, single life is hard, all of it is hard.
No, it's not like it's not.
Sorry,
It's,
the cocoa of it is marriage is sweet, single life is sweet.
Sweet,
all of
it's
it
so
is
sweet. Cocoa of it is just have your own experience and you can share and let us know how it is for you. On that note, we'll see you on the other side. Goodbye.
Bye.